Hi. So today I really wanted to talk about a topic that has been a lot of misinformation on the internet. As someone who comes from a medical field, I really want to share my personal experiences. And this topic is cortisol. Everybody's thinking about it right now. All the internet is telling you how to lower your cortisol levels and how bad of a hormone that is for your body, which is actually not. It's what keeps you alive, alive. It's the reason that you survive menstruations. You're not gonna hate that. You're not gonna hate any of the hormones in your body. You're not gonna hate anything. And you can listen to those videos to lower cortisol, and you're mostly right. Good sleep schedule, good diet. They are all working to lower your cortisol. But I'm just gonna give you two methods that worked for me and made a big difference in my life, to lower my cortisol, because I've been experiencing some changes in my life, in my body. And I really wanted to share with you how I lowered my cortisol a little bit more. Because, keeping your sleep schedules is not really that easy. We all know that. It's hard. And I really wanted to talk about this. So first, we have to talk about the cortisol and what's that. It's literally a hormone that keeps you alive, and it helps with inflammation. The inflammation might kill you, but cortisol, some people are prescribed with cortisol medicine, and it also keeps you alive. It gives you the adrenaline that you need. It gives the fight or flight response in the long term, because think about the people who are experienced the earthquake, and they live under the ground, under those buildings, without any sources, food, water, and they survive. The cortisol does that. It gives your body in the survival mode. That's why you gain fat from high cortisol, because your body is literally in survival mode. It's getting all the fat that it has to get. It's getting all the things, stopping your body, slowing down your digestion or something. It helps with your body to survive in survival mode, and it helps, really helps. Because think about the relationship. That's an abusive relationship. There is an abuser and there is a victim. So when you are that victim, and I saw those people are the strongest people I've ever seen. When you're the victim and you're the victim of domestic violence, you have that hormone really high. You actually need that hormone really high, because that gives you the power to fight back, maybe getting back your child. You're getting yourself into that situation. You have to get out of this situation. Your hormone helps you survive, literally survive, and get out of the situation. But when you get out of the situation, you don't need your cortisol levels that high, but trauma stays and cortisol stays. And I just wanted to tell you two methods to actually how I removed decrease my cortisol. I don't want to remove my cortisol. It's keeping me alive in most situations, but I don't need the extra of it. First, I want to talk about the symptoms, because people talk about the symptoms all the time. Like they say, puffy face, puffy cheeks, belly fat, humpy back. They are actually clinic symptoms of Cushing's syndrome, which is cortisol is very high on our body. You literally get the moon face. But guys, not everybody with puffy cheeks suffers from that disease, okay? It's a medical condition. Your cortisol levels might be high, but those are mostly genetic, or you have the high BMI, you have a fat in your body because you love to eat. I love to eat. Let's not blame everything on cortisol, okay? It might be your eating habits, just because you love to eat, and that's okay. You can always lose the weight. I just want to talk about how to lower that hormone. As I think the only thing worked for me is awareness and going easy on yourself. Yeah, that's it. So, when you're aware of the situations that you've been into, and you have to stress over things that you cannot change, you feel like it, and it harms you. So you have to stop worrying about things that you cannot change. And think about it, when you overthink, the thoughts that you thought, 90% of them is not gonna be real. They're just gonna stay as thoughts, and that's the harm in your body. So maybe thinking it once or twice is more than enough, but thinking about it more than once or twice, this is amazing. It's just gonna harm you. Just gonna harm you. And does nothing else. So, and think that I know it's not really easy to stop stressing about things, but that's why I said awareness. Because think about the moments that you think in the past, like you are thinking about them constantly. Maybe you broke up with someone, maybe you're experiencing some loss of your loved ones, and you look that face, you were sad, you were wasted, but stressing over it over and over is not gonna work. So I know when you not try to think about it, you're gonna think about it more, because that's your brain. If you try to forget something, you're gonna remember it even more. So I'm not gonna say to you like stop thinking about them, but instead start being aware of the times that you think about them. And when you are aware of the situations, like maybe he's coming to your mind, just think about it. What's done is done, what's said is said. I cannot change it. Just be aware of the situation, move on again, and maybe 10 minutes later they're gonna pop up in your mind again, and just think about it again. I cannot do anything about it right now. And sometimes there is a situations like, think about a man who wants their ex-girlfriend back, and they watch those videos on the internet, like people are talking a lot. They're saying how to get your girl back in a week, how to make her miss you. And okay, you do what they said in this video. Maybe social media things, blog, unblog, I don't know, they're just examples. And you're doing that the things that said in video, and that's totally fine. I'm not gonna say don't do that things, they're nonsense. No, even if they're nonsense, there's nothing wrong with trying them. Do them. If you really believe that it's gonna work, do them. Block him, unblock him, I don't know. Do them, and just stop worrying about it anymore, because you have done what's need to be done. For example, like an exam, you studied and you actually done what's needed to be done. So actually getting the stress on the exam is gonna make you forget what you studied earlier. So it's gonna harm you more than helping you. So think about it like that. You did what's have to be done, or maybe you didn't even study. You didn't even study, and you have to enter the exam. Again, there is no need to stress, because you didn't do what has to be done, you didn't study. But that's the situation right now. Like, you cannot change it. You cannot study the last minute and learn everything. That's the situation right now, and you cannot change. So stop stressing about things that you cannot change. Maybe you're experiencing a loss and you have a hard time to believe that they are gone. I know that's hard, but awareness of they're gone, they're not gonna come back. Cortisol kept you alive. Cortisol kept you alert. And now you just have to step back and stop worrying about the things that you cannot control. And I know it's not happening in one day. So what you have to do is being aware of the moments that you were stressing. Just be aware and it's gonna come itself. And the second thing that I want to talk about is going easy on yourself. Because being angry to yourself is the worst thing that you can do. Because the only person you shouldn't hate it is yourself. You know, you might be the worst person in the world. Like maybe you cheated. You were the worst person and you regret it. And I don't say don't regret anything you don't do. No, regret it. Definitely regret it. But then forgive yourself, because you're gonna live with yourself your whole life. So delaying forgiving yourself is actually giving you the extra pressure, extra stress. You have something to worry about because you're stressing over a thing that you cannot change. Maybe you said something to someone that you shouldn't be said. And what's done is done, what's said is said. It just happened. You cannot go back in time and change that thing. So only thing you can do is regret, think, take your lesson from it, and forgive yourself. Because you've done everything you have to done. Remember it. You've done something that you regret. Maybe you were talking to him and you said something that you're gonna regret right after. But what's said is said and what's done is done. So all you can do is take your lesson from it, being aware of the situation, and forgive yourself. Move on. Don't be angry with yourself more than a day, because it's not gonna bring you anywhere. You're just gonna hate yourself, your body, all the time. You're gonna start to see yourself different from who you are in the mirror. You're gonna hate yourself every single day, if you delay thinking about those things, if you delay thinking about yourself, if you delay thinking about your trauma, thinking about your responses. And you should really go easy with yourself. Maybe thinking those things are hurting you, and don't think about it. Do whatever your heart feels. Do whatever feels nice. And even though when you have to force something, we cannot always do the things that is what we want, maybe sometimes we have to do things that we really don't want, but do what's right to you, do what's have to be done, and then stop stressing over it. Maybe you did something that you're not agreeing with right now. That's why you did this thing. That's why you are not agreeing it anymore, because you did that thing and you see the consequences and you took your lesson. So don't be angry at yourself. What I've been stopping for this years, for like past 2 years, I stopped being angry with yourself. And recently I was literally in a toxic relationship and I was still not angry with myself again. Like, I regret things that I've done, and that's it. I never go hard with myself. I was always forgiving myself and I was going easy with me. And that made me a kind person, because I learned to forgive myself so I can forgive everyone around, And even though I cannot forgive them, I forgive myself to not forgiving them, because I don't have to. I don't have to forgive anyone. But then I realized I'm actually not angry to anyone, because I'm not angry with myself. And that thing literally blew my mind when I think about it, because now I'm not angry with myself, and since I'm not angry with myself anymore, I can't be angry with anyone. I get angry to things, but I cannot keep up the situation for long, because I actually forgive myself. I actually go easy on myself. So I love my environment. I love my friends more. I love who is in my life more. And when you're in a toxic relationship, you don't say things, and you always think that I'm in control. Yeah, I still love myself, I still myself. That's good, okay, I can control it. It's not really that toxic. We all been there, I've been there. And I was thinking like that, it's not harming me, I'm under control. And it was almost felt so real, because when I come home, I was calm. I literally learned that relationship to leave all my worries behind when I come home. It was like a research, and my friends were really surprised, because at my studies, I was also like that. They were stressing over like patients, exams, and maybe I did something wrong to the patient. Not major things. We are working with teachers, of course, but maybe I did small thing wrong. Maybe I said something wrong. Maybe my exam was not good. Some of them were not good. But when I come home, I just stop stressing over them. When I study the exams, I just don't stress them. That's why I can literally be more successful on my studies, because when I do, the PowerPoint thing and the stage, I'm actually not worried that I'm gonna do wrong, because if I do wrong, it's okay. I just try to do my best. It's like that with the patients. I'm working calm. I sometimes may do little mistakes, but it's not something that I should stress on. So I leave all my worries behind. When I come home, I leave all the things, patients, worries, everything on my back, because I'm gonna do this job all my life, and I'm gonna live in that body my whole life. So start now. Be aware of everything, and whenever a thought comes to your mind, just think about it. Life is never gonna be easy. It's always gonna be stressful. There's always gonna be a source of stresses, and they're gonna increase day by day. So start going easy on yourself today. Start being aware of your thoughts today. Stop stressing over things that you cannot control. Right now, think about the things that you cannot control. And just imagine you leave them behind. Just imagine that. What's done is done, what's said is said. Just leave them behind. So 2 things helped me to lower my cortisol. Going easy on myself, and stop worrying about things that I cannot control. Awareness and going easy on myself literally changed my whole body, everything. I may not feel happier, but I feel more like myself. I feel calmer. I feel so much better, honestly. So that's why I wanted to do this video, because I know you're watching a lot of videos about that topics, and it might make you think about it once more. Just stop and think about it. What's done is done, what's said is said. So try to be aware of the situations that you cannot control. Just do whatever has to be done, and stop right there. That's all you gotta do in life. Don't make things harder. Just make things earlier, because life is hard enough. You're gonna experience losses. You're gonna experience relationships. That's why I learned. Because when you don't go easy on yourself, you're not gonna go easy with anyone. People are not gonna go easy on you. Just go easy on yourself, and it's eventually all the things are gonna look easier when you start prioritizing yourself, going easy on yourself. You're gonna be more loving of a person, such a better person that you're gonna be. So that's all I was gonna talk about.